Hi guys, I'm back, and today I am a tour guide for all these people, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video because we are in a beautiful trail which we just entered, and we see lots of wildlife. I think it's pretty cool. I'm hoping to see some kind of like skunk or deer, but so yeah, I'm gonna try to be, if you've never been on this trail before, the best of a tour guide I can for everyone. And it's pretty tiring going up all these. So there are multiple different trails on the map, and
let's stop and put her down. You fall backwards.
Also there are so many trees that sometimes kind of hard to tell where you are on the trail or not, because there are so many leaves, and sometimes, like right now, there are trees on the path, so sometimes it's kind of hard to tell where the trail is sometimes. But so yeah, we will begin our tour now. So hello and welcome to so welcome to the tour. Hello. Welcome to the tour, and we are going to be touring in this wildlife beautiful trail, which you may be able to see deer or skunk or something. There are lots of beautiful things, such as these. Not really that beautiful though, really bumpy. And there are lots of trees, as you can see. Beware of running into them, and don't get too close to the sides, as there will be lots of thorns. If you need to go to the restroom, or at any given time, you can either go back, or you can discover a restroom if you keep on going up ahead. Now let's continue our trail, and also beware. Don't look down too often, because there are trees along the path sometimes, and there will also be big tree stumps or roots all along the path, which you can easily trip on. So be aware and don't just look down the entire time, because then you may miss beautiful sights, birds, berries. Not sure if you guys can see them.
You can't see your camera, so you'll easily get lost.
That is true, and because if you look down too much, then you might get off the trail and lose your family or whoever you are hiking with, or just simply get lost by yourself, even if you're just hiking this trail alone. And yes, as I was saying before, there are lots of berries. Not sure if they're edible or not. If you do eat them, be sure to cook them, wash them, and search up if they're safe or not, because I have no idea. Like I said earlier, this is the first time I've ever been on this trail. Oh jeez. Not sure if that's eggshell or pretty sure that's foam. Oh, ooh, that's a cool eggshell. Oh, big. I don't think that. Never mind. Just some foam. Foam can be so thickly peeling sometimes. So yeah, even though you might think there's lots of things up in the trees, birds, squirrels, things like that, it's not only up in the trees. There's also some beautiful stuff down on the ground, like you just saw. Because maybe that could have been a real eggshell, and you would have missed it completely if you had not looked down. Which, like I said earlier, don't look down the whole time, just in case trip and fall. It just wouldn't be that safe. But and also at times you can see some things that nature has done to itself. Like there was probably a woodpecker who made that hole to live in, and the roots of that tree that the woodpecker did had made a hole in the ground. So it's interesting to see how nature itself, like these rocks, can make things different, such as that hole. I bet that without these rocks or that water and everything, that hole wouldn't have been created, because there would be nothing to make the dirt and stuff go away. I've forgotten to mention, but this is Ernie Miller Park, the trail, and sometimes you can see how, like I said earlier, how nature can sometimes push things out of the way. And also, you may find little trail-looking things, such as this little hole, that you can travel in. I doubt that it'd really be peaceful. You probably get lost, thorns everywhere and stuff, but you can see like little tiny trails that nature has made itself that you could travel on if you were willing to have an exciting adventure. But there are pretty high chances that you're going to get lost unless you have a GPS with you at all times.
Stop the video.
Okay, visitors, along the trail, you will, time to time, see little ponds or lakes. The lakes are usually pretty small, if you ever actually see one. There aren't really that many lakes. There's only like 1, 2, maybe 3. But it's pretty cool to see them every once in a while. If you stay far enough away, you'll see a little ripple in the water, as if when leaves or maybe fish come up to the surface, and it'll tap it. Okay, so as we make our way through the forest, we're kind of nearing the end of the trail. Again, because we have reached the concrete once again. As soon as we got to this trail, we had been walking on some concrete paths that slowly but surely turned into this kind of stuff. Leafy, dirt, trees. Except without all those bush things and not trees everywhere you go. Yeah, kind of like that. But we had started off on this concrete, so now that we've reached the concrete again, we're kind of nearing the end.
Alright, in Kansas, I've never seen it.
Ooh, and then one other thing that I forgot to mention is that you may find little bits of fruit here and there, and like this one, it might be cracked open. Things like that. You can actually use them, put them in your basement. Spiders and bugs, they will go away. Family's actually tried it before. It works, and oh gosh. So yeah, sometimes you can see the inside of fruit, which can sometimes be interesting, especially if you've never seen that fruit or the inside of that fruit. So it'd be really useful if you want to, like, this trail would be useful if you're trying to discover as many fruits as you can without going on the internet. I doubt that anyone's actually doing that that's watching this video. But yeah, you may actually stumble across some fruits that you've never seen before. Like that one, I've never actually seen that one before. And there's a very low chance, but you might actually be able to see the inside. Oh, and we're nearing the end. So, yeah. We've entered the end. So this is where we began. Like I said, started off with some concrete. So basically it's just a big loop around a big hike. It's not that much of a hike. It's only about, I'd say, a 30 minutes hike. If you're looking for a short beginner's trail, it's not that hard to hike. And so yeah, and then you can learn more about some species and animals over here and over there. And this is in memory of Ernie W. Miller. Here inside of the center, you can find hawks. This is the red-tailed hawk. You can read its description if you want to. And this is the barred owl. If you would like, you can read the description. Pause the video. And so this is the barred owl. He seems to have missing an eye. They are in captivity. And this is the red-tailed hawk. I think he looks pretty cool. Okay, tourists, we are now in the courtyard of the center. There are lots of beautiful flowers, plants, fountain that's spraying water everywhere. That's not really nature, but so yeah, well, it's isn't really supposed to be nature. It's a courtyard. Okay, well, that's definitely not nature. But anyway, so yeah, there are lots of beautiful trees here. Bushes, flowers. some reason they look really spiky, and they're not. So yeah, beautiful courtyard, beautiful trees, wonderful flowers. I wonder if that actually glows. And then over here we have another owl. Can't really see him through the bars of the cage, but there is actually another owl. I wonder if there is description. Nope, there is no description. But so we have another owl. I don't know what type it is or its story, but it's giving me the death stare. So then this is I'm pretty sure this is a barn owl, because I've seen these things before, or at least I've learned about them in school. So yeah, this is a barn owl. It's pretty white. I think they look kind of creepy personally, with like their eyes and the way that their beak is shaped. But yeah, I think that these owls and this courtyard is pretty cool with all of the beautiful plants, and he's still giving me the death stare. I'm not sure if you guys can see him. But yeah, he's still giving me the death stare. So yeah, these owls are pretty cool. Especially when you can look at them without them running away in the wild. So it's interesting to see these owls. Not really doing anything in the day though. So yeah. I also forgot to mention that inside of the courtyard there is a geocache.
So, some goodies in there. There's a can of tuna. So I guess if you want to feed the animals. A spider. Oh, it wouldn't be Kansas if you didn't find a KU Jayhawk something. Little game. Oh, and there's the log. So we'll have to log our visit. A spider. There is a spider.
Wait,
so cool. If only we had something to leave behind. We'll have to make sure we carry something from now on.
Let me. It's a squishy spider.
If you have nothing to leave behind, then aren't we not allowed to put any?
That's such a weird.
We don't take anything if we don't have anything to leave.
So I see.
So.
Look.
That's cool.
So yes, there is actually a geocache here. So if you are into geocaching, and you would also like to go on a hike, this would be a great place for you to go. In the end, this is a great place to visit if you want an easy beginner's place to go hiking, or if you just want to see wonderful wildlife and nature and how nature cooperates with each other, and it's just a great place to visit in the end. And I encourage you to come and try it out and check out the place, and I'll see you next time. One last thing to do. How do you rate my touring? Tourist. How do you rate my touring?
0 out of 10, 1 star, never do again.
Okay. How do you rate my touring, tourist?
I haven't seen it yet, but I would imagine it's a 10 out of 10.
Okay. How do you rate my touring? How many stars? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
5 stars.
After careful research, you can pause the video to see what's going on. I have concluded goal achieved over 10 out of 10. 20 out of 10. Best tour ever. It's not really. I was terrible on rating. It's 10. It was 1 out of 10. You know what? Never mind. Yeah, it was good.